All right, we're back on this Tuesday program, the fifth day of the month of December already, as we dwindle the shows down to a precious few. Paul in Connecticut, what's up, Paul?
Hey, Mike. I had a question on Boone. Before I asked that, I was on with you on Friday after you had Mattingly on, and one thing I didn't get a chance to tell you is that, when you talk about some of the most important records of baseball, aside from DiMaggio's hitting streak, I don't think something that doesn't get mentioned enough is that Mattingly in '87 had 6 grand slams that year, which is just, I don't know if that'll ever be broken. And I think those were the only ones in his career, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, it's a lot for 1 year, no question. Yeah.
It is. What are your? I missed yesterday. I want to know what are your thoughts on the Boone hiring? I know he's going to be introduced tomorrow, I believe. Are you going to have him on?
Yeah, he'll be on tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll definitely be on tomorrow. I don't. So to me, it's a blank page. I have nothing to go on here. I'm being honest. I mean, I know he's a ball player. I know he's from a baseball family. I know he's been a broadcaster in recent years. To me, you could have given it to 10 different guys and had the same. I mean, you could have given it to David Cohn. You could have given it to Flaherty. You could have given it to 10 different Yankee ex-players. And to me, it would have had about the same appeal. I mean, to me, I have nothing to go on here with Aaron Boone. I mean, let's be honest. What I possibly use that would make me think Aaron Boone, that transcends Aaron Boone into a managerial state? How do I get to Aaron Boone, the manager? How do I get there?
Yeah, well, can I ask you, what do you think of if you were to compare the hiring of him by the Yankees versus who the Sox went for in Cora? Do you find Cora to be, off the bat, obviously with the experience, a better fit for them? Do you think Boone's going to actually really relate well to the younger crowd?
I liked Cora. I knew him better, so that's the reason. I was big on Cora because I know him. I've talked to him. I know him. I always thought he was exceedingly bright. I thought he thought the game very well. I'd heard a lot of good things about him. Aaron Boone, listen, guys that I've checked in with the last couple of days tell me they like him a lot. The guys who know him. They say he's always was a sound baseball guy. So you take that. You got to figure he was. You got to figure he interviewed very well. Somebody told me that this is what Cash wanted all along. He had his eye on Aaron Boone the whole time. So he's been thinking about this for a while. Clearly, he has to relate to the players. One of the things I was surprised with Boone is the idea that automatically he'll really get something out of these young players. Well, wait a second. How much more are you going to get than what Joe got? I mean, Judge had 52 home runs. I mean, how much more than that are you going to get? The guy had 1,000 OPS in his rookie year. I mean, Sanchez hit 50 home runs in his first full season. How much more are you going to get than that out of these guys? So, listen, I understand there were guys that did not like Girardi's rigid tendencies. They really didn't love some of his ways. Okay. Boone's going to be more of a player manager. I'm always a little leery of the guy who's, quote-unquote, the player manager. I'm always a little leery of that. Because the players love that until it doesn't work, and then you know what they say? Oh, no discipline. Oh, everyone was running amok. We had no discipline here. Because with the players, remember this, it's never their fault. The guy's either too rigid or he's not rigid enough. He's too lax or he's not lax enough. Or so it's always, like I said, it's never just right. When it doesn't work, it's never their fault. Rob in Freeport, what's up, Rob?
Hey, Mike, how are you?
Good, what's happening?
Hey, I agree with you that Alabama should have been in over Ohio State, but the only reason why Alabama is favored over Clemson is it de facto home game for Alabama, and
they'd be factored anyway.
D-line is better than Auburn.
Yeah, I think Clemson's a better team this year, but Alabama would still be favored. They're going to get as many seats for that game as Clemson is. I mean, as Alabama is, and they're going to sell them all. So that's not going to really be a stadium that won't be 50-50. It will be, because they're going to make sure they get half the house. And Clemson will sell every one of those tickets. Other teams don't sell their tickets, and that's when the SEC jumps in and gets the rest of the tickets and sells them. Clemson's going to sell all their seats. They're all going to go to the game. So to me, that's a neutral site in that game. The fans that will not be a big home crowd for Bama. If they were playing another team, I agree. But a team that travels like Clemson will not be a problem. That will not be a problem. Normally it would, but that will not be a problem in Louisiana. They'll have a half a house there, Clemson. And Clemson's, I agree with you about them being good, but Bama's always going to be favored because there's Saban and there's name recognition. That's why. That's what it is. I mean, Saban's Saban. He wins. He's there a lot. He's always in the big games. That's why he gets favored. That's why it's not any different. It's not any different than looking at the Pats and Belichick. Saban wins. Belichick wins. That's why they're favored. 5 o'clock update.